quite a lot of overreactions, as you can imagine, on the internet yesterday. We're actually going to start off looking at our former captain playing for LAFC alongside Sonny at this moment in time.
Just for those of you who are complaining about Vicario playing out the back.
Exactly. Poor Hugo, man. Poor Hugo. So I think this was at 1-0 to LAFC.
Is this the World Cup final or is this LAFC?
And Lloris tries to play out of the back and gets tackled and it's 1-1. They do end up drawing the game 2-2 and LAFC are in the playoffs. So it didn't really mean much in the grand scheme of things, but yeah.
It could always be worse with a goalkeeper playing from the back.
Exactly. Nathan Clark says, we need to get Xavi, this is a quote, we need to get Xavi coming deeper to pick up the ball. And then he's pointed out Xavi coming deeper to pick up the ball.
No, I think what he's pointing out is people are saying Xavi needs to come deeper to pick up the ball, but look at how many players we have deeper. So if Xavi came deeper, we wouldn't have anyone up front. You know what I mean? We would have like it's a big problem. Why do we have basically? We have Porro, Dante, Van der Ven, Paulinho. They're all there in the back line. It's crazy. All our midfielders. Like, we need to... Why is no one making those third-man runs?
Yeah.
What's going on? Why are we so deep?
So that's Bentancur. Where's Paulinho? Oh, Paulinho. Where is Paulinho there? Is that Paulinho?
Van der Ven, yeah, Paulinho's there on the right, yeah, next to Porro.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like,
so
just
deep.
push up. Both of them should push up.
Yeah.
Never mind just one of them. Both of them.
And like, if you look at that middle, right? It's Xavi up against 6 players.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Crazy.
And everyone wants to criticise him for not making impact. How are you supposed to make an impact like that?
Yeah, like how is he supposed to get involved? Like, why is Bentancur, why is he not nearer to Spence so he can pick up the ball?
Yeah.
Like, what are they waiting for? What are they doing there? It's a bit crazy.
Yeah.
But I think, is that an instruction or is that, just because they're defensively minded players? I don't know.
Well, the only way we're going to find out if we get more attacking minded players in the middle of the park. That's the only way we're going to find out. Next up is James Dickinson. Dicko says the mentality of a mid-table manager, and this was Frank's comments after the game, and he says, it was exactly the game I expected it to be against 2 good teams, very tight. There weren't too many chances. I think overall it could have gone either way. I think 1-1 would have been a fair result. Villa scored 2 goals from outside the box in moments where you wouldn't expect to score goals. Fair play for their moments of quality. We also could have won. We also easily could have won.
A lot of people took issue with some of those comments from Frank, saying wasn't critical enough. He seemed to be pretty happy with the performance.
Yeah, you know what? I think, like, it might be... I know, like, he's usually very honest in the press, but sometimes there's one thing you say in the open to the press and the fans get very angry about it. We don't know what he's saying behind closed doors to the players, is he? I can't believe that he's behind closed doors and he's talking to his players about how happy he was with the performance.
I mean, he said it a few times. He thought it was a good... Like, he did the same thing, like, which he's done before, which is, he, like, went through the performances. He was talking about his the home performances, and he said, Burnley, good win, we won. Bournemouth, very bad. Wolves, good 45, bad second 45. And he said, today, good performance. That's what he said. So he's pretty honest. He's like, I think he's being pretty honest when he says it.
To be fair to him, though, like, I do believe him. I mean, I agree with him that we deserve more out of the game. The first thing I said to you when I saw you after the game was like, we shouldn't have lost that game.
Did we deserve to win?
I did think we were the better team. Did we deserve to win? Probably not. I think a draw probably a fair reflection of the game. I agree with what he's saying. The draws were a fair reflection of the game.
Yeah, but is that good enough to be a draw?
No, it's not good enough. We all know yesterday's performance wasn't good enough, but it wasn't as bad as a lot of people are suggesting.
No, it wasn't terrible, but it's just our ability on the ball to open teams up and create is frustrating. Of course.
And yeah, look, don't get me wrong. He needs to get better. We need to get better. But it wasn't a disaster class that everyone was saying.
No, it wasn't a disaster class. No.
Spurs watch. This was Romero watching from the bench yesterday. It looks like he could barely watch, to be honest.
Penny for his thoughts, but at least I don't know. Maybe it means hopefully it's not so bad. He wasn't getting treatment or anything, which was good. I don't know.
Hope so,
We'll
but
see.
a lot of injured players watched the game on the sidelines.
Depends how bad it is.
Yeah. Jordan says nearly 200 million on Richarlison, Solanke, Odobert and Tell. Whoever signed off on that deserves a life sentence. When you think about it, it is
200 million,
mad.
yeah, those four.
Yeah.
What we could have done maybe with those two, that 200 million. It's fair.
I would swap all four for Harry Kane right now.
Well, Kane probably would get, more goal contributions all of them combined. So
Yeah. I mean, how many goal contributions since they all joined is even like out of those four players? Not very many. Like, it's crazy. How have we spent 200 million on those four players?
Yeah. It's crazy.
And this is what I'm saying. Like, we've got a clear lack of quality in the forward line. And I know what you're saying. When Solanke comes back and when Maddison and Kulusevski comes back. But if you just want to talk about the front three, forget the number 10s. Like, left wing, we've got clear quality problems. Like, the only player I think of the required ability is Kudus in the front line. I don't think no one else comes close to his kind of ability.
I think, do we have the forward options that we got? When you say required ability, what does that mean? Good enough for what?
Good enough to where we want to be. Like, good enough. I think it could mount a top four challenge.
Right.
But it's only because other teams have dropped. Like, I think Chelsea are weaker than what they were last season. But I still think like Chelsea in the forward line have got better options than us.
Okay, but top four we're talking about.
Yeah, so I think for that top four we're fighting with Chelsea, right?
Chelsea. Well, Chelsea. If you say, Chelsea for fourth. Yeah, probably. Or top five.
I look at Man United. They've got better options in the forward line than us. A lot of teams have better options in the forward line than us. Even teams like Crystal Palace. Like the quality that we have in the forward line.
I don't know about Palace.
Yeah, I think Ismaili Assar could easily see minutes in our team.
What, over
Mateta, not over Kudus, but alongside Kudus. You've got Mateta, who can easily see minutes in our team. You know, they've got players that can get into our team, which should never be the case. Like, I just think like the drop off as well from the forward line to like the top teams in the league is major to us.
I think right now, look, you've got two young players who are work in progress. You've got Xavi Simons in there as well, who I think just needs a bit of time. You've got Kudus, who's good. And the strikers, I think we haven't seen Solanke and Moani at all this season. So I think we've got good forward players. I think he should be doing better with them.
They're okay. They're not like
in fact,
amazing
when
players.
you look at the data, the forward players are actually majorly outperforming the XG that they've created, which means they're probably scoring a lot more than they should with the chances we've had.
Who is?
Our team.
But which players in general?
We're overperforming our XG as a team.
Which players specifically are you talking about though?
I don't know.
Who's over? Because
Kudus, I think. Well, not Kudus because he only got one goal, but I don't know. Maybe it's Richarlison. Our forward players haven't scored that many goals, but I'm saying as a team,
Exactly though.
As a team, we're outperforming our XG by quite a lot.
Who's our top goal scorer?
Was it Paulinho?
Exactly. You know what I'm talking about? Our forward players not doing enough. Our forward players not good enough. There's a quality issue. Like, if we're going to dip into the market, the players that you want to buy are players in the forward line. And that's the reason of that is because our forward players not good enough.
I think they're good. They should be doing a lot. I think they're good enough to be doing better than what we have, than what they're doing now, in my opinion.
But if we ever want to,
it's just,
if we want to progress as a football club, we need better players there.
Yeah, okay.
That's the reality.
That's fine.
Next up is Pro Tottenham says, what is going on with Thomas and Sarr? Played Burnley, got 90 minutes, 3-0 win. Played Man City, 90 minutes, 2-0 win. Bournemouth, everyone played for, hooked off. West Ham, 90 minutes, got a goal, 3-0 win. Since then, he's basically been banished, and we've been woeful, winning 1 in 4. I mean, he got injured, didn't he? He had that slight knock and came out the team and hasn't been able to get his place back in the Premier League. So I don't know what's going on with him. We need to get him back in the team.
Our form in general hasn't actually been great, has it? I'm trying to think. Because in Premier League, what is it? It's 1 win in 4 in the Prem. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so that one comes against Leeds.
Yeah, and you add in Champions League. Was that 1 in 5?
So 2 in 5 because we've got Doncaster.
Okay.
Yeah. Since Villarreal, since that win against Villarreal, we've drawn to Brighton, beaten Doncaster, drawn to Wolves, drawn to Bodo, beaten Leeds and lost to Villa. So a lot of draws in there.
Yeah, I mean, he's saying Sarr is leaving Sarr out is like he's trying to draw a correlation. I don't know if I would. I don't think putting Sarr in there solves any issues.
But Sarr had such a brilliant start to the season, and he was a goal threat. He was getting goals as well. Yeah, he was playing in the 10 as well. So I don't know why we don't just play Sarr as a box-to-box, get him as a goal-scoring threat, and because with Sarr's energy.
You're playing, if you're saying, if we play Sarr and Palhinha together, if that's going to solve our ball progression at home yesterday, I just don't know if it will.
But at least, he can carry the ball. Bentancur and Palhinha are not doing that.
Bentancur should be able to do it.
He should be, but he's not.
But I'm saying Sarr also should be.
But Sarr, for me, Sarr's a better ball carrier, and he's a better box-to-box than Bentancur.
Yeah. Look, I don't know. I don't know if he as that swap would change what people think it would change. I think away from home again, he's been great, but at home, I don't know if he's been that.
We'll see. Sarr's going to come into the team, I reckon, for the Monaco game.
Yeah.
Nathan Clark gives us this kind of, it's a passing map?
Yeah, passing network for the game. And look, as you can see, Xavi not getting any passes. Bentancur just side to side. Why is Bentancur deeper than Palhinha?
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get it. It's all very odd. Kudus very isolated.
And there's no passes to Xavi.
Yeah, literally. That middle is terrible. That middle 3 there. Just all constantly side to side. Yeah. No one looking to get Xavi involved.
Yeah. 18BK74 says, look at the state of his ankle. No wonder he was mad. So this was Luca Dean going absolutely mad on the sidelines yesterday. I think that might have had a little bit to do with Kevin Danso.
Yeah, I think so. I think Danso was, I think he had 2 swipes at it, didn't he? Or he had 1 swipe at him and 1 swipe at another player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, another day could have been 2 yellows.
Yeah. No context, Tottenham, another passing map of Bentancur.
So look, this is actually very telling, isn't it? Look at that. So there's literally, I can see 1 pass at that top right that is forward and green.
Yeah. And everything else. Every forward pass was misplayed.
Red.
Yeah.
Crazy. But there's so few. There's like 3.
Yeah.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I count 5. Yeah, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 forward, 1 successful.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy how few there are, and then it's crazy that how bad he is in it. If that's a fair reflection, but I've seen him pass the ball forward better than that.
Yeah.
But it's just so side to side. It's crazy.
It's too much, man. Like, I don't know what even to say about it anymore. Like, he either needs to come out the team, or Frank needs to give him better instruction. I don't know which one it is. Spurs Web saying Tottenham's attacking the Premier League this season. So goals, 14, we're 4th ranked in the Premier League. XG from open play, we're 12th ranked. Big chances, 15th ranked. Shots, 13th ranked. Shot conversion rate, we're 1st.
So that's the thing, is that like we are actually quite clinical. Well, clearly we're one of the most clinical teams.
Yeah.
But is that?
But I think weren't Brentford one of the most clinical teams last season as well?
Yeah, they were. Because they don't concentrate on creating as many chances as possible.
Just good chances.
Just good chances.
But we haven't even been creating that many good chances.
No.
You say big chances, 15.
Yeah.
So does that tell you that the way that we're playing is not really sustainable?
Correct.
Right now?
That's what I was saying before the game.
Yeah.
it's not sustainable if we're keeping relying on basically being this super efficient team and just putting away the chances we're getting, because there'll be games like yesterday where we miss chances, and it's almost as if we miss 1 or 2 chances and then we're not going to create any more.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
Yeah, and it needs to be sorted out quickly. But again, like, we're early days, isn't it? It's so early days. Like, it's hard to make any sweeping judgments on this or on that. Like, I believe in the project. I believe we'll get there in the end. It's just what they call teething problems, I think. Pro Tottenham says, these 3 solve a lot of our recent problems. It isn't rocket science. It's clear as the sun in blue sky. I mean, I don't know if Kinski solves all of our problems, because, you know, I know he had a decent end to the season, but we also seen Kinski letting easy goals as well over his time at Spurs. So there's no evidence really to suggest that Kinski's a better shot stopper than Vicario.
You know, I've noticed it happens at I've noticed at every football team. No one's stock in their team is ever at their highest unless they're out of the team. When they're out of the team, then their stock is at the highest. I tell you, the next 3 games we start Kinski, Berg, Varantar, and we don't win, and then everyone's like, oh, put Vicario back in, it'll solve all our problems. Put this guy up in, it'll solve all our problems. Like, I understand we need to make some changes, but to think these guys are going to come and just solve all our problems is ridiculous.
Yeah. And last but not least, DR Sports. What are your thoughts on Xavi Simons' last games for Spurs? Hasn't had an open play goal contribution. I think he's had, 1 from a corner, and that's it. And that was on his debut.
Yeah. To be fair, he actually hasn't started that many games, has he? Started on the weekend, Leeds, and Wolves.
The thing is, though, like, they're so desperate to make Xavi a flop just because of what Lloris is going through right now. You know what I mean? Like, Lloris, 9 games in club and country, no goal. Like, Lloris is supposed to be like some sort of like 45 goal a man player.
You trying to say DR Sports are biased to get biased for Arsenal?
For sure. For sure.
Robbie would not stand for this. Yeah, I just think it's a narrative because big money, everyone was so excited about him, and yes, it hasn't gone. He hasn't hit the ground running. I don't think he's been bad, but he hasn't hit the ground running.
He hasn't been bad, but he hasn't been good either. No. He's just been a bit average. That's the problem.
But it's not unexpected.
No, I think we did. Look, let's be real. We did expect more from him.
No, it's a new league. He's a young
I agree
player.
with you. I'm not saying like there aren't reasons and the reasons aren't good, but when we signed him, you probably would have thought he would have started better than what he started.
I would have hoped for. I wouldn't have said. Look, I would have hoped he would, but I wouldn't say like this is out of the blue. He's taken me by surprise. It hasn't.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is how the internet did react to the game. And I think that